Hey, this is PY from The Damn Truth, and I'm about to tell you my wild tour story. One of the craziest stories I've ever been a part of is um, the band got hired to play on this festival in Calabogie Peaks, Ottawa, or to the north of Ottawa, about 140 kilometers. It was a festival presented by Rebel, and Glorious Sons, good friends of ours, were headlining. So, we were pretty gung ho to go party with the boys and be on a ski resort in Ontario. That's always really nice for us. We drive up to the festival in our van. Everything's golden. We got to meet Kornicki and a bunch of DJs from Rebel who were just fantastic people, and just the pre-show activities were really fun and really great. The show went spectacularly. We had a bunch of people in the sunlight. It was just so had Woodstock vibes, which is something we all dream of. After we played, we immediately go to the green room, have our cool down drinks, and just start relaxing. And then we got to catch Glorious Sons' amazing set. We had a blast, and near the end of their show, we all go to their green room, because after they're done playing, that's when the party begins. And this was one of those parties where I think everybody had been touring for a really long time, and we just all wanted to let loose and have fun. And the place is a resort, so it just brings out that vacation vibe in all of us. So nobody was walking around with just a can of beer. Everybody had their own bottle of gin. It was that kind of thing. So everybody's feeling a little frazzled and having a great time with the techs and the sound people and everybody together. It was great. At one point, me and one of the managers for Glorious Sons, we go to his car to have some smokes and chat and catch up. And as we exit the car, we see in the distance this figure wearing a pink t-shirt and with just like a light behind them, and what is that? Why is it so tall and lumbering? As it got closer, we realized it was a 7-foot man covered in blood. And, that was kind of late into the night. It was 2 or 3 in the morning. There was no, paramedics or anything. So the guy comes up and he's pale, covered in blood. Please, you gotta help me. He was on the verge of fainting. So both of us are up to our tits in liquor. So the adrenaline kicks in, and I'm usually squeamish for blood. But this night, I don't know what happened, but I grabbed the guy and I'm like, we're gonna help you, don't worry. And I could see he was on the verge of having a panic attack or blacking out. So I don't know what happened, but by reflex I just wheel off and smack him in the face, and it stunned him out of his fucking whatever mood he was in, the loss of blood and the weakness. He focused on me, and I was like, okay, you got to listen to everything I say if you want to get through this, bud. And he was like, okay, yeah. And this guy's big, if he wanted to break me, he could have just looked at me hard, and I would have been snapped in two, So I grab him, and me and the manager's like, what do we do, dude? What do we do? There's so much blood. And I'm like, don't worry, we got this. So we go to the condo building where the techs are staying, and they're kind of doing their own thing at this point. It's quiet time. A lot of them are sleeping, but because of the emergency, I just barge in and I start yelling, I need duct tape, I need medical supplies, alcohol, whatever you got. Everybody, it was kind of like one of those moments where the record goes, and in dead silence. Everyone turns and are just appalled by this 7-foot man dripping blood everywhere. His hand was sliced to the bone, so it was just blood, and he was just covered all over blood. It was terrifying. And there were 2 paramedics there that just kind of froze and were like, we need to do this, maybe this. And I was just at such a high adrenaline moment where I just literally told the medics, shut up. Just shut up. Just go. Get me the things I need. I got this. Just go. And they listened to me somehow. It was just, I guess maybe because it was so early in the morning and nobody was ready with any plan, and I just seemed so sure of myself, although I'm the squeamish fucking blood guy. So they get me the things. We had a medical kit, so we had gauze, we had duct tape, and we had liquor. We didn't have alcohol. So I took the liquor, cleaned off his wound with it. He was screaming in pain. I was like, don't worry, it's fine. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Don't worry. And I take the gauze, wrap his hand, duct tape all tight. At this point, we had a circle around us. Everyone's like, oh my God, what do we do? We got to get him to a hospital. And I was like, don't worry about the hospital. It's fine. Nobody needs to call anybody. We're going to be fine. So I taped up his hand. At this point, he's so pale. So pale. I almost thought to myself, man, we really should take him to a hospital. But I didn't. What I did is I filled up a shot glass. I was like, listen, man, you got one more thing to do to get through this, and you're going to be fine. He looks at me like slow motion almost, trembling. What? I give him the shot. I'm like, take the shot. Take the shot. He took it, and it was almost like the paleness went away like this. He just smiled and was like, dude, you've saved my life. Can you drive me home? And I just said, fuck off. we did what we could. Nobody here can drive a car. You know, nobody here can drive. Just go back to wherever you came from. Pleasure meeting you. Just get out of here, you know? And that's how it ended. Everybody cheered, clapping, and it was almost like the party reset. Everybody started over and nobody slept a wink that night. It was amazing. Wonderful time. I hope a few people remember, because right after that we were like, oh, we need some smokes, but nobody had cigarettes and nobody could drive because, you know, we're responsible. So me and the same manager go and end up knocking on doors of the hotel looking for cigarettes at like 5 a.m. in the morning. Who opens the door? Kornicki from Rebel, and he gave us a pack of cigarettes. It was amazing. It was just one of those stories where you swear you were in a movie the whole time, you know. And that was one of my wild stories. Very many of them to be told, but I think this was one of the ones where I still can't believe it myself.